again with another video. All right, guys. So, wanted to talk about key players matchups. In a sense, I'm not a guru, but what I feel like could give a chance for the Giants to win. You know what I mean? And for me, it starts up front with the defense. All right, let's just go straight defense, especially Dexter Lawrence. Dexter Lawrence is going to be matched up on that left guard. That rookie, I think he's out of Michigan, Jalen Mayfield. It's only his third start. Of course, that offensive line is not the greatest either for the Falcons, but then again, you don't know. But I see that as being a good matchup on defense where, Dexter Lawrence can get the better hand and penetrating that offensive line against that rookie, man. And maybe they being able to disrupt the quarterback or slowing down or stopping the run. I believe that Dexter Lawrence and that defense, man, needs to show up, man. That X factor for me on defense is the front, man, that defensive line, because without penetration or getting to the quarterback, disrupting the quarterback in any way, or trying to get sacks, anything of that sort, it's going to be another long day, because that zone defense that Patrick Graham likes to play, man. It's like if we don't get to the quarterback quick enough, man, there's soft spots in that zone that are going to be wide open again, and we're going to get shredded on that pass, man. We're going to get shredded by Matt Ryan. I mean, he's a veteran quarterback, and there's a reason why he's been MVP a couple of years ago, and 10 straight consecutive years, like I said earlier in my last video, with over 4,000 yards. Never having always weapons, never having always Julio Jones there because he wasn't always healthy at times. I mean, the man will get it done with anybody out there. So, I mean, that defense, man, we got to get to the quarterback, disrupt the quarterback some way, somehow, man, to give ourselves a chance, man, to get out, on third down. We got to get out on third downs, man. We slightly did a better job against Washington, but man, we were still getting killed on first and second downs on the passing game. So, got to find a way to slow down, stopping the run, penetrating that offensive line, man. And for me, it's Dexter Lawrence, man, to be able to try to do some things and manhandle on that left guard, Jalen Mayfield out of Michigan. Man, it's only his third start. He's young and he's struggling. Watch some tape, and yeah, we got to get to the quarterback some way, somehow. Doesn't have to be sacks, but you got to disrupt the man some way, somehow. Because my God, bro. I mean, Matt Ryan has good footwork in the pocket, but he's not scrambling out there running like Patrick Mahomes or Lamar Jackson, or not even running out there like Daniel Jones. You know what I mean? The man's a sloth, but you got to get to the quarterback and do something on that defensive line to get to the quarterback to disrupt Matt Ryan, because it's going to be another long day. And you don't know the offensive line for the Falcons, man. They might just thrash out, because what I'm seeing on Giants.com, and I watch everything on Big Blue Kickoff. I watch everything on Giants TV with the Huddle podcast. Man, I watch it all. So they're already saying that there's gonna be matchups where Aziz Ojulari, man, he's gonna be matched up against Kyle Pitts. What happens if this is the actual game where they're gonna release Kyle Pitts and give him more offensive plays, because they feel like, oh man, we could just shred on the Giants defense of the passing all day, because he hasn't really done anything. I mean, Kyle Pitts, this is his first two games. I think he's only averaged like 52 yards his first two games, each game. He hasn't done anything great. What happens if this is the matchup? I'm like, come on, man, shit. They're going to have Aziz Ojulari covering, and I don't know about a linebacker. I mean, they're both rookies. Everybody knows Kyle Pitts is from Florida, and Aziz from Georgia, man. And I don't think Aziz Ojulari is going to be able to go ahead and cover Kyle Pitts, man. And of course, they're alternating it. Of course, there's going to be sometimes linebackers on them. Mainly Aziz is what they're talking about. And they're also going to have Jabril Peppers also covering Kyle Pitts. So I like to see that. That's going to be a good matchup. But I hope that the Giants can slow down Kyle Pitts if they decide to go to him quick, a lot, and early. So please, man. I mean, they're going to have Jabril Peppers and Aziz on and off on Kyle Pitts the whole game. So that X factor for me, everybody says Calvin Ridley, but Kyle Pitts, man, we got to watch out for Kyle Pitts, man, because he's a unicorn, man. Yeah, it's like when Evan Ingram coming out, a unicorn, except for you know what I'm saying, and he's had some drop pass issues, but again, he's another unicorn at the tight end. He can play at any position, one, two, or three. It doesn't matter. The man plays like a wide receiver. He plays strong in the front, and he's a tight end. He's big, man, and he's fast. So it's gonna be a matchup, and it's gonna be kind of interesting to see what the hell they're gonna do. But don't be surprised if they go to Kyle Pitts often and early, and we're gonna see how Aziz is gonna respond and Jabril Peppers, man. But that's gonna be a tough task. The thing is, the Falcons are not also they're not great on defense either. What I've seen on especially when I'm doing fantasy and all that sorts, I'm looking at Football Pro Focus and their numbers game and how they like to analyze stuff. But the Falcons are ranked 27 on rush defense, and for all you fantasy folks out there like me, they're talking about putting it in there. Putting in Saquon Barkley this weekend on flex. Use him on. He's cheap. He's cheap. He's cheap for right now. I play mostly on FanDuel. He's like $6,000 on FanDuel, and they're projecting him to get like 14.68 points on fantasy. And I'm gonna use him. I'm gonna put him in there. They say he's gonna have a little bit better of a better game this week, because he's getting better and better. And getting to that offensive line, talking about if you want Saquon to get big, and maybe he won't get too big, but he might look better than what he did last week, but Saquon was finding his own holes. You could see that he found that hole when he ran last week for 41 yards. But my God, man, the offensive line, please just open up. There's going to be a lot of shuffling out there, man. The offensive line is going to be shifting and shuffling out with Nick Gates. People are being out there shuffled, paired, man. They're going to put him in there. They're going to be rotating offensive linemen in and out. So offensive line, they have done well in pass protection, even though, yes, Danny Jones did last week get sacked 4 times, but that was 3 in the first half and then only 1 in the second half. You know what I mean? That offensive line played a lot better in the second half to protect Daniel Jones. So offensive line needs to open up holes for Saquon, man. The Saquon is slowly is gonna. We hope he's gonna keep progressing, getting better, finding out if you know what I'm saying. He's got it. And you could tell with the way he played in Washington, getting more snaps and finding some holes. Sooner or later, man, the old Saquon's going to come back. He looked a lot better. And it was good to see him out there finding some holes and out there and breaking one out for a big one. But, yeah, man. The thing is, us playing, what people don't understand about the zone defense that Patrick Graham plays, it's something considered what a lot of people in old school consider, like in the 80s. It's called like a shell defense, man. But the thing is, you have to get to the quarterback. You know what I mean? The thing is, we haven't had that much success in the first 2 weeks of the season pressuring the quarterback. And when we did, they're still making plays. When you got somebody like Teddy Bridgewater out there that can scramble, get out there, there's not that much you could do, but, man, nobody better be sleeping on Matt Ryan. I don't sleep on Matt Ryan for shit. The thing is, it starts with that defensive line, man, getting penetration on that offensive line, man, if we want to get a chance. And on the offensive side, we got to get open as wide receivers and catch the fucking football. All right, guys? X factor for me on defense, it's that defensive line, man. Getting to the quarterback. On offense, easily. The offensive line, man. Open up holes, man. For Saquon and what the hell is his name? The other guy we got, Porter, man. Because Porter hasn't done shit in the first 2 games, man. So we need to figure out a way for us to get there. And that matchup with Aziz, Jabril Peppers going up against Kyle Pitts, man. We got to match up, man. We want to get a chance to win because if we can't beat the Falcons, man, we I have nothing to say. We can't beat nobody in the NFL this year. Then we might go 0-17. We couldn't beat the Washington football team. Couldn't beat the Denver Broncos. And if we can't beat the Falcons, we can't beat nobody in the NFL, man. It's been rough being a Giants fan, but it is what it is, man. But like I told you guys, man, I'm really intrigued about that match with Dexter Lawrence going up against that starting left guard rookie out of Michigan, Jalen Mayfield. Man, um, I like to see if we can get penetration on that offensive lineman to get to Matt Ryan, man. Because if we don't get Matt Ryan disrupted, man, it might be a long day the way we're playing on defense when it comes to that that zone, man. But all right, guys, let's go Giants. Remember, Eli Manning's jersey's getting retired. Number 10, the one and only Eli Manning, Hall of Famer. Don't forget that. And until next time, guys, peace.